It's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters, and this is our personal healing event for some of my patrons for January. So, welcome to you, and thank you so much to my patrons for this month. So, this is our personal healing event, which means I have a few people that I'll be connecting with personally, directly. And this month I have 3 people on my list. So, I've got you guys in my trusty Dragon Power cup. So I'll be plucking your name out of there and connecting. So what I'll be doing, or how I'm going to be doing that, is I'm going to be pulling a healing energy card as I connect with you at the beginning, and then I'll pull a card at the end of the connection with you. And in between, I'll be tuning in and trusting whatever I'm picking up. I don't know what I'm going to be connecting with you yet. I don't pre-connect. I connect in the moment and I let the energy unfold. So how I do that is sort of a bit difficult to explain, but for me, I know my energy really well. I know how I feel and how I usually feel and am. Pretty well. So when I'm tuning into people, I've noticed over the years that I start feeling different and new things in my body that I know is not my usual feeling. So over the years, probably, close to 18 years now of doing this, I've really refined and honed that ability or that sensitivity to connect with the energy that I'm feeling in me that is not me. So it might sound weird, but I imagine that I am you. So I imagine that I'm connecting with you through my body. And so I'll share whatever I'm feeling that's coming up. And I also get visuals and things as well. So that's sort of how I connect, I suppose. And then I'm really sensitive to that. And then I interpret that as best as I can. I'd noticed that if I don't interpret it well, like if I don't quite get the right word or the right feeling of energy, hi Nadine, then the energy just stops. So if I'm interpreting it well, I know that the energy keeps moving as I connect. So I might feel this thing here and then talk about it. Hi Joanne, I feel this thing here and talk about it. And if it doesn't change into a new feeling or move to something else, if it hovers, then I know that there's still more I've got to talk about around that. So it's kind of a really heightened sensitivity, I suppose. But the energy moving shows me that I'm interpreting it reasonably well in regards to the energy. So whatever's loudest in your vibration is going to get my attention first. And the cat's got a little bit of cat asthma next to me. So if you can hear some weird coughing sound, that's the cat with a little asthma-y cough. So if you're on my list, I look forward to connecting with you. If you're not on my list and you're here listening and connecting, then great. I trust that there's something that you receive that's helpful during this connection. If I was listening and I was waiting for my turn, or I wasn't on the list, then I'd be really listening to my body, what I'm hearing, but also what I feel as I listen and connect. So I'm sure it's no accident you happen to be here. Okay. My cat's a little bit coffee. I think there's lots of little seeds and things around today, or at the moment, at this time of the year. So the first person I'm connecting with is KantiDevi. So Kanti, please take a nice big breath and let's see which card we get for you first. So these are combined, my healing energy cards, 1 and 2 decks combined. And I've joined them together. They've got 110 cards in here. And any card between 1 and 55 is from the first deck, and any card 56 to 110 is from the second deck. That's how we know. So let's see, which card do you need to begin this connection, Kanti? Okay, things feel, as I'm connecting with your energy, Kanti, things feel a little unsettled in the belly. That's the first thing I'm feeling here. And we've got card 82 called Rejuvenation, and it's in the rest category here. And down here it says physical, mental, and emotional rest. Repair, disconnect from electronics, reconnect to nature, meditate, relax, balance, and your state is important. So, your state of mind, your state of being, your state of emotions is important. Rejuvenation. As I feel that, the energy of that particular card, it wants to settle down it feels a bit like an angst or an unsettled feeling here in your sacral chakra, which is just below your navel. Now, as I say that, I can feel energy too that's moving in your throat. So there is a truth or an expression energy that's stirring as well in here, and it feels like a pocket, like an air pocket, or a little, like in a rock, how we might find a little air bubble, but if we zoomed right in on that, so if it was a big rock, like a bedrock, and there was a little cave inside, if we zoomed in on like a little rock that had a little air bubble, I'm imagining sort of zooming in on that. So it feels like there's an air pocket here in your throat, and a pocket of air. Now that's interesting. So at the air element, when I connect with the air, when I'm connecting in this way, tends to connect with the mind. So I feel like there's something perhaps on your mind that needs to be said or needs to be spoken, and it may not be something that's clear to you yet, because it feels like a pocket, and a pocket feels like something that's kind of hidden away somewhere, and it's a pocket of air, so it's hidden, or it's not necessarily hidden, but it's packed away inside, and it might be at this point on the tip of your tongue, or something that you're not quite clear about in regards to how you feel or what you need to say in this particular situation. So it feels to me like this little pocket of air, which now feels a bit gaseous. It feels like it's starting to burn a little bit, this pocket, and it feels like it's tucked away and it's trying to get out. It's weird. So now it reminds me a bit like a water bubble that's down, and let's say the water's covered on top and there's these bubbles underneath, and if we take the cover off, then gravity sends that bubble up to the surface where it pops or releases itself or expresses itself in this case, because we're talking about the throat. So I feel like I want to sort of bring this pocket of gas, this air pocket, this little bubble, I want to bring this up, like from your throat area, like it's sitting down inside your throat. I want to bring that up to the surface and allow it to sort of pop out or release out through the top of your throat and out through your mouth. So I feel that breaking through the barrier or the space inside your throat chakra and finding its way to the top, where it now releases out through your breath, and maybe through even a tone or a word or a sound or something like this. And this feels like it's just released like a bunch of heat. It feels very hot, that energy here. So there's probably something quite hot, something quite fiery, connected with that fire element that's perhaps been on your mind. So allowing that to move. Now, as that moves, I already feel the energy down in your sacral chakra, below your navel, your emotional center. That already feels like it's settling. So whatever this represents in your throat, I feel has been contributing to the angst or the unsettledness in your belly. So now the energy in your belly wants to settle down. So I feel like I feel like the feeling of wanting to put like a warm blanket over your belly or over your body on a cool day to bring comfort, but also to bring warmth. And that weight of the blanket, but the feeling of the blanket, it feels soft and it feels supportive, it feels very nurturing. So I feel like I want to put that over your belly to bring calm and to bring nurturing and support to your emotions at the moment that feel a little bit antsy. So a little bit like the words that come to mind are ants in your pants. But just this crawly, unsettled feeling. So this is now finding its settling point as it settles down now in your belly, and you take some nice slow breaths and just let things settle for you. And you might find at this time you have to do this fairly regularly just to help you get through your day and get through the things that you're dealing with now and the changes that are afoot at this time. It does feel like your feet are walking on air, so it feels a bit ungrounding for you potentially at the moment, Kanti. So you might feel like quite unsettled in that. But what you do have that can settle you is your body. So your body is there, it's a consistent, and there are other consistent little things that you might have around or people around you that are consistent during this time of change. And these will become like your anchor or grounding points while you resettle and while things change and while you figure out or while you journey to wherever it is that you're going to be sitting or staying or settling. So it does feel a bit ungrounding. So just letting your energy sort of soften down towards the earth, almost like magnetized to the earth, just to help you stay grounded. Bringing your feet, in fact, I feel like I want to pull your feet down from your ankles. So pull your body down from your ankles and really put your feet down nice and solidly on the ground to remind you of the grounding that is present and the grounding that is available to you now, even though you might not have your usual grounding things around or be in your usual grounding place because things feel new and different. You can still find your grounding in your breath, in your body, but also in the earth that's beneath you as you step. It's really a stepping, isn't it? Like stepping stones, one step at a time. But it feels like as you take a step, it's like grounding or anchoring yourself into that step, into your body, into your breath, looking around at whatever's around you and then taking the next step. And so kind of grounding yourself nice and slowly and methodically as well, and rhythmically on your journey or on your way. So that's what I'm feeling there. I trust that resonates. Let's grab another card here just to see what it wants to add and to finish this up for you, Kanti. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for connecting. So the best card for you for now. Oops. I really look forward to my deck coming. I could tell my deck's coming, so I'm not playing with photo paper. Okay, so the best card to finish this off for you, Kanti, is here. And it's this here, Illusion, card 32. So I feel like part of the illusion is the ungroundedness and the unsettledness, and the remembering that you always have home, as you know, in your body and in your heart, in your breath. So the unsettledness in many ways is illusion. It's probably part of your body's bit of panic about your survival because things are unsettled at the moment in regards to some of your survival needs that are required. So this is Illusion, card 32. It's in the neutral category. And down here it says, turn your truth detector on. If you're uncertain, seek more information. The unknown can become your new reality, but you might not be able to see it yet. Stay true to your morals. So this is about staying true to yourself, but recognizing that the unknown, you're in the unknown right now, and you've been in the unknown before. So you know what and how to help support yourself through that unknown journey as you move towards the other side, and you always come out the other side, as you know as well. So illusion, so just keep your truth detector on. So thanks so much, Kanti. Thanks for your support. Namaste. Okay, let's see who's next. Who's next in my little magic cup? I've got 2 people left. So this next person is Susan Sonsteng. Susan, welcome and thank you for your support. Take a nice big breath and let's see which healing energy card you need to start this connection. Something feels a bit bright in you. There's a bright feeling. And how does bright feel? It feels uplifting and it feels light and bright. So a bit like a glowing feeling here. And it feels like it lifts up from your waist, like this bright feeling lifts up from your waist, which is around your solar plexus chakra. your power center. So there's something uplifting here that I'm feeling. And you have, oh, card 7. Oh, that's interesting. Card 7, self-love. It's in the rest category. Down here it says, spend time in reflection, silence or solitude to help you connect with who you are. Make time to ground, meditate, or create. Support and love. Now, what I do find very interesting that this card has come up, because when I drew this, it was based on a meditation that I did. And in this meditation, in fact, quite often during this time period for a few years, when I was trying to go to sleep or when I was going into meditation, I'd imagine myself sitting on this bank and looking out over the view of the bay with a sketchbook, and I was drawing or painting the view, and I was sitting right next to this beautiful old gum tree. So I'd do this all the time, like throughout probably a 5-year period a few years ago. And I'd just focus all the time and really get to know this place. And I just found it a great way to connect, to meditate. And this one time when I did it, the sky turned into like a ceiling, and these golden energy hands came down and scooped me up from where I was sitting and scooped me up into this other world, which is what I've just penciled in here, or painted in very lightly. Scooped me into this other world. And in this other world, I could sense there were beings, but there are no beings I could see. And I was being pulled into this one building. There are a lot of white domed buildings. And I was pulled into this one building, which felt a bit like a temple or a hall, but neither of those words really describe it properly. And I was pulled in there, and in that space there was like a chair or a lounge, and the peak of the dome, so the apex point above, had like a little opening of light, and down there streamed this just stream of love, and it just washed over me as I laid back and received in this place. And it was really special, and it inspired me to create this card and create this illustration. So what I find fascinating about getting this card, when I was just talking about this bright feeling and being pulled up, this rising up feeling that's especially coming from your waist area, Susan, is that feeling of being lifted up into this other world. So I'm feeling strongly this lift up feeling, which is now highlighted now, and it's coming around from your hips. It's dropping down around your torso, around your bottom here, and it's pulling you up. And it's like a pair of hands that are coming in on either side of your bottom of the upper part of your thighs, and they're pulling you up like you're sitting there and being pulled up. And you're being pulled up what feels like out of very muddy water. So it doesn't feel like thick mud that's really thick. It feels more like a watered down mud. So it feels like muddy water, and you're being pulled up out of it, like the lotus flower being pulled up out of the mud, but it grows up out of the mud. So you're being pulled up out of the mud, and the mud is coating you. It's as you're being pulled up, you're like coated in this mud. And I can feel this energy coming down from above like a shower of water, and it's showering over you and washing all this mud away, and it's bringing a brightness and a refreshing, clearing, cleansing energy, a very refreshing energy as it washes the mud away and refreshes you, brightens you here in your body. So as the mud washes away and it drops down to the muddy waters that feel like they're under you, because now it feels like you're hovering in the air, and you feel fresh, like almost like you've got a new coat of skin now. Like the mud that was stuck there or clinging there or dried there over your body, it was like what do you call it? Like I don't know why I'm blank on this, because I have got beautician training, but like a mud bath, but it feels like an exfoliation sort of thing of your skin, and all this mud coming away and being washed away has really like brightened up your skin all around, your skin everywhere, every little part of your skin, everywhere in your body feels like it's been exfoliated and brightened up and activated in some way. So now this pair of hands, which feels very orange, which is very emotionally supportive, moves you, and creative, inspiring, it gently moves you over off this pool of muddy water and off onto the bank here, onto solid ground. And here you sit, the hands release you, you sit on solid ground, basking in the sun, like a full activation here. So I feel this coppery orange energy that's coming down from the sun, but it's also activating in your skin, all down the front of your body where the sun is hitting. And it's activating something creative and something new inside you. It's activating a new feeling to a deeper feeling of what feels to be like self-love, a self-acceptance, a self-belief, all the things that we may think or that fall under the umbrella of self-love. And I feel like these things activating inside you, they're activating, like moving up from the ground and moving up and around your body, but it feels very circular as it moves up, sort of in this sort of movement. And then behind you, I can feel the moon. There's like this glow of the moon that feels very full. And I know the moon and the sun wouldn't be out at the same time, but in this case, they feel like they are. And the lunar energy is bringing a silvery light down, and it's coming down over the top of your head, like the back of your head, the top part down your back, and then is spiraling around in the opposite way that the other energy felt, the solar energy from the front. So you've got solar energy coming in at the front here, and you've got lunar and solar energies coming in this way, and the lunar energies coming in this way. And I feel like, they're bringing a balance. The lunar energy is lifting you up now through the back part of your body, and the front energy is really drawing you down into the earth. So the directions have actually switched now as you're being drawn up and being pulled down. So connected down, connected up through the front and the back of your body. So not only this bright, clear, exfoliated, youthful feeling here, refreshed feeling in your skin from before, but now it feels like you're being really stretched up and pulled up through the front and the back of your body. So just allowing yourself to pull up and connect down to the earth and connect up into the universe. And just allowing that energy to settle and also ground. And those two energies, the solar and the lunar, the masculine and the feminine, the yin, the yang, they meet in your heart, right in the middle place of your heart. So the solar at the front, the lunar at the back, and they meet here in the middle part, right inside your heart, that where they marry and merge together. Okay, let's grab another card here and see what this wants to add. So welcome, everybody. I'm connecting here with Susan, and we'll just add a card here to see what needs to be added here at the end. So the best card for now, Susan, is this. Well, now as in this moment. Emotional healing, card 8. Well, that's interesting. You've got card 7 and 8. It's in the depth category, and down here it says, hold within the eye of the storm. That's in your body and your heart. Keep centered, separating the wheat from the chaff. Movement, emotion, motion. Emotions and motion, and listen to your feelings. So this is picking and choosing what supports you, what's healthy for you, and what is unsupportive and unhealthy for you. And really separating things now in your life, but also within your own mind and within your own self. And, your self-talk and this sort of thing, I feel also is, working out, separating the wheat from the chaff. So, okay, this is good, this can stay, this is rubbish, this can go. And really picking and choosing. And I feel like all the wheat and the chaff here laid out in front of you, like on a table, where you're really physically sorting this out. So there might be a feeling that you have to spring clean or clear the clutter, clear areas of your life, even areas of your digital life, if you like, and like on online social media kind of. There might be some sorting out, some some purging that may be required, where you can, what is healthy for you and what isn't, and then picking and choosing that to support yourself emotionally. That is the feeling here. So your energy feels really nice and bright, Susan, which is the best word I can find in the words that I know, to describe what I feel with your energy now. And now it's about seeing what's laid out before you and picking and choosing what's best to stay and what's to keep and what's best to leave. So thanks, Susan. I trust this resonates and supports you. Thanks for your support. Namaste. Okay, let's pop this card back and we'll go to our last person on the list today, and that is Andrea Stuart. Andrea, take a nice big breath. So if you're listening and you would love to be a part of this connection next month, then please have a look on my Patreon web link that you'll see attached to this video. I'm at the $50 level or higher, that's 50 US dollars. Then you have access, automatic access to this healing event and all the other things that come before on the Patreon list, if you like. So Pillar of Light member, you get a personal message. You have access to my other healing events that's happening in a few days this month. Also meditation, and I think there's something else that I'm not thinking of at the moment. So Andrea, it's your time now. Nice big breath. And your best card to start with is this. Oh, I'm getting a strange feeling here in the head. Yeah. Okay, card 18 called Rebirth. It's in the Rise category. And down here it says, let go of old wounds that hold you back. Shed that old skin and release. To release is to rebirth. Strip back the expired, throat healing, and truth. I feel like there's energy that wants to move out around your mind, around your head. So the area of your aura around your head here, I call the mind energy. It's where our thoughts and things kind of, especially the things close to us that we're thinking, sort of sit around here in our mind energy. And I'm feeling quite a lot of heavy energy that's pushing in from all sides here on this mental level, on this mental energy, in your mind energy. And it feels like this energy needs to go. It needs to move. I feel like it's like you're wearing a really tight motorcycle helmet and it's latched in here around your throat, because I can feel energy also pushing in here at your throat. So there's probably a pressure that you feel like you're under. In regards to communication or expressing yourself or being yourself as well, is included here. But there's energy that's kind of feels a bit gaggy, like you've got a really tight helmet on and it's done up here around your neck and it feels really tight, so it feels quite gaggy and almost like a suppressive feeling too, like this has been covered and compressed. So the heavy, like really heavy, tight motorcycle helmet that's around here, it feels tight. It feels like it's a bit hard to see, like there's also a pressure here around the eyes. So you might find that there's a specific thing that you're dealing with in your life that you're finding it hard to see, you know, what's really going on here. Because I feel like it's a bit hard to see, like I feel like it's hard to see right now. And it feels like almost like a visor here over the eyes that's very, very dark, and you can only really see the bright things, but you're not seeing other things. So I feel like whatever you've got going on here mentally and the suppression and compression here that I'm feeling in your throat is probably affecting how you're seeing or what you're actually seeing. So you're probably finding it hard to at this time to connect with a solution or be solution orientated, because there is a lot of stuff here that's kind of clouding the vision, if you like, or clouding the truth. So the first thing I feel like we need to do is excuse me, is take off this motorcycle helmet, this energy here that I feel. Now it's buckled up here, like it's a really old kind of buckle, just a very simple thing, but it's one of those ones that loops around and then you can pull on the taggy bit of the cord, or it's not really a cord, but that sort of flat sort of stuff. You can pull on that and it tightens. So, and that's probably why it feels so tight. So anyway, I want to I want to loosen this here. So I feel like I loosen this attachment here, this kind of buckle, kind of, I don't know what you call them, but whatever this thing is that I'm describing that you pull down, which we'll just call a buckle for now. Removing this and untying this from your throat and allowing your throat to open up. So it felt like also it was quite closed in here. So allowing your throat chakra to open up to help you feel more confident and clear within yourself about what's next, or whatever this situation is that's compressing you at this time and perhaps stressing you and you're not being able to really clearly see. So with that open, we can now pull this helmet off, and I mean literally pull, because it's so tight that it's like pulling your head out of this helmet. As we lift it up, it feels very tight and it feels black. Now black to me represents the unknown in regards to this type of energy work. So it feels like the unknown that you're probably worried about or stressed about or can't really see, or you feel compressed or suppressed about as well, that it's something to do with the unknown, an unknown element that hovers over you at this time that has kind of caved in on you in some ways. So with this being released, and I can already feel the opening that's coming through the mind energy, where it's feeling less heavy and pushed in and tight around here. It already feels like it's starting to breathe. It's getting some space, and it lifts up over your crown. So it's also been blocking your crown chakra, which has probably been making you feel disconnected and separate and alone, like you're doing everything on your own. And why do you always have to face these things on your own? And these types of things you've probably been thinking. So with this cleared off and dropped down to the earth now, where it turns back to love, it just returns back to energy. Now we've got this clearing vision happening. We've got a crown chakra that's starting to open up, and your head, your mind energy here is starting to breathe. And it might sound weird, but it feels like old stale air that was kind of held in the tiny little cracks that it could find between the helmet and your head. And now with the helmet off, it's like, it's like if your hair was just fully pressed down, and then you took the helmet off and your hair started to feel the air again, or expand. It sounds weird, but this is just how I'm feeling it. So there's breathing space in your mind now, and things feel like they're slowing down. They don't feel quite so urgent and stressful, because stressful energy is very urgent and very reactional sort of thing. So the energy's got space now. It's got breathing space and breathing room, and the energy slows down. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And your eyes are starting to open up now, and being able to see all the things, not just the bright things that are standing out in the very dark visor that I felt was over here, but you're starting to see now the more of the details, the more of the bigger picture. It's the bigger picture, isn't it, of what's going on and what's happening for you. Okay, it feels so good having that energy off. Okay, so your throat's nice and open. Your crown's opening too, so this is starting to open. It's a bit like before it was a bud of a flower that wanted to open, but it had no sunlight because it was blacked out. So now it's starting to expand very slowly and open up at your crown. So that will continue over the next couple of days, as a kindness and a gentleness comes in, opening your crown and helping you feel a stronger connection again, especially to your purpose and to spirit. But I feel like, because this is a flower here, I feel like this is especially a reconnection with yourself and what the good qualities about you, that you can get through this. You've got through things before, and you'll get through this unknown looming situation. You'll get through it again. So try not to close yourself off from the world, but keep yourself nice and open in yourself. This is about you coping and you supporting yourself through, and any of your loved ones that are in your care. But I feel with a clear mind that's open and a clear vision of the bigger picture, and being a little more solution orientated and rational, that sort of energy as well. I feel like that will help you travel through this unknown that's looming that you're worried about. So when you feel the worry come in, just feel it, but let it go. Don't let it start collecting around your head again and become like this big heavy motorcycle helmet of energy that you wear. So just feel the stress and the worry, but let it go. Don't let it stay at the forefront of your mind. Stay solution orientated, solution focused. Keep your sights on the bigger picture, or even if you don't know what the bigger picture is yet, trust in the bigger picture. Trust that the bigger picture is at play here. Even though you might not see all the details of the bigger picture, they will be revealed as you walk through and as you journey forward. So with this energy clearing now and opening up, which it's continuing to do, I also feel energy coming down into your body like life force. Maybe you were feeling quite drained and exhausted previously, but I feel that your body's very thirsty for energy and life force, which was blocked by this energy. So not only was the helmet, that energy affecting you in all those ways I was talking about, it was also stopping life force coming down into your crown and down into your body. So it's depletes your energy. So with all this opening up now, you have energy coming back down into your body like you were an empty cylinder and you're filling up with life force again. So your toes, your legs, your torso, all through your body is now filling up with life force. And it feels energizing. It feels reviving for you to help you keep going. It's like a refuel on your long journey to the other side of the country or something. So let's grab a card and see what this wants to add here at this point. So the best card for you, Andrea, for now is this card 40, Sacred Love. And this is all this area open now. So this is the opening of not only your eyes and your ability to see more, but it's your third eye chakra. Also your ability to trust in yourself and trust in where you're going. So it's in the depth category, and down here it says to take your self-love to deeper levels. Improvement in your relationships, including your relationship with yourself. Explore, go inward, and initiation. So you're being initiated into something new and something unknown to you at this time. But things feel bright as well here as you're being called forward, but you're being called forward into yourself. And as you call forward into yourself, you will also automatically be called forward into your life, not vice versa. Not going forward into your life calls you into yourself. In fact, it pulls you away from yourself. You need to get into yourself first and then move forward from yourself as you're moving forward into the unknown, rather than trying to find that in the external first. And then you'll always be sort of chasing your tail or chasing that carrot on a stick. So it starts with embodying this energy yourself and then moving forward from that empowered place, which is a form of sacred love, which to me, sacred love in regards to these cards feels like a deeper version of self-love. It's like taking self-love deeper is going into this space of sacred love. And sacred empowerment. So I trust this resonates and supports you, Andrea. Thank you so much for your support and allowing me to connect with you today. Thank you. Namaste. Okay, so that's it for our connections today. Thank you so much for joining me. I think I'm going to go straight over to my Facebook page, Temple of Balance, right now, and I'm going to host a little healing support time. So if you want to join me there, please come over to Temple of Balance on Facebook, my page. And if you miss it or you're busy, then you can come and connect with the replay later. If you'd love to be a part of this next month, please have a look at becoming a patron. And if you'd love to be included again next month, then I look forward to connecting with you again in February. Take care of yourself. Have a fantastic day, and I may see you soon.